Hello dear listener, please subscribe to our channel. Enjoy watching. Ethan Harper glanced at the clock on his desk, the numbers glowing softly in the dim light of his office. It was late, much later than he intended to work, but the architectural plans spread out before him demanded his attention. The silence of the house was comforting, a stark contrast to the bustling world outside. Ethan loved his work, the meticulous nature of design, the way a vision could transform into a tangible reality. His latest project, a sleek modern home for a wealthy client, was almost complete. He could already see the finished product in his mind, a testament to his hard work and creativity. Amanda Harper, his wife, was the perfect partner in their picturesque suburban life. They lived in a beautiful home with a well-manicured lawn, and their friends often commented on how lucky they were to have such an idyllic life. Amanda was a dedicated homemaker, always ensuring their home was a haven of comfort and style. She threw the best dinner parties, organized charity events, and was the cornerstone of their social circle. To anyone looking in from the outside, the Harpers were the epitome of success and happiness. But inside Amanda, a storm was brewing. She had everything she was supposed to want, yet something was missing. The routine of her life felt like a cage, each day blending into the next with a monotony that gnawed at her soul. She adored Ethan, but his work often kept him busy, leaving her alone with her thoughts. She began to feel invisible, her dreams and desires overshadowed by the demands of their perfect life. It was at a local book club meeting that Amanda first met Daniel. He was a charismatic writer, his dark hair tousled in a way that suggested he had just come from a creative burst. His eyes sparkled with mischief and intelligence, and his presence was magnetic. Amanda found herself drawn to him, captivated by his wit and charm. Daniel had a way of making her feel seen, of bringing to the surface the passions she had buried deep inside. Their conversations at the book club grew longer and more intimate. They shared a love for literature, but it was more than that. Daniel listened to Amanda in a way that Ethan hadn't for years. He saw her not just as Ethan's wife or the perfect hostess, but as a woman with her own thoughts and dreams. The spark between them was undeniable, and before long, they crossed a line that Amanda had never imagined she would. The affair began innocently enough, a coffee here, a walk there, but it quickly escalated. Amanda found herself craving Daniel's presence, his touch, his words. With him, she felt alive, vibrant, and free. The guilt gnawed at her, but the allure of the affair was too strong to resist. She became adept at hiding her tracks, making excuses for her absences, and living a double life. Ethan, meanwhile, remained oblivious to the turmoil within his wife. He was engrossed in his work, proud of the life they had built together. But he began to notice small changes in Amanda. She was more distant, her eyes often far away, lost in thought. She started coming home late, and there were unexplained absences that she brushed off with vague excuses about errands and social commitments. One evening, Ethan found a necklace in their bedroom, a beautiful piece that Amanda had never worn. When he asked her about it, she became flustered, claiming it was a gift from a friend. Ethan wanted to believe her, but a seed of doubt was planted. He tried to shake it off, to trust the woman he loved, but the unease lingered. Unable to ignore his suspicions any longer, Ethan hired a private investigator. He felt guilty, as if he were betraying Amanda by not trusting her, but he needed to know the truth. The investigator was discreet, and within a week, he delivered a dossier that shattered Ethan's world. Photographs of Amanda and Daniel together, intimate and unmistakable, confirmed his worst fears. Ethan confronted Amanda that night, his heart pounding with a mix of anger and heartbreak. She stood before him, her face pale and drawn, as he laid the photographs on the table between them. The silence in the room was suffocating. "Amanda, why?" Ethan's voice was barely a whisper, trembling with emotion. "Why did you do this?" Tears streamed down Amanda's cheeks as she looked at the evidence of her betrayal. She had no words to defend herself, no excuses that could justify the pain she had caused. "Ethan, I don't know what to say. I never meant to hurt you." "Never meant to hurt me?" Ethan's voice rose, a mixture of disbelief and anger. "You think this doesn't hurt? You think seeing my wife with another man doesn't tear me apart?" Amanda sobbed, her shoulders shaking with the weight of her guilt. "I was lonely, Ethan. I felt invisible. Daniel made me feel alive again." "Alive?" Ethan's eyes flashed with pain. "And what about us?" What about our life together? Was that not enough for you? It wasn't about you, Ethan. It was about me, about what I needed. Amanda's voice broke. I love you, but I felt like I was losing myself. Ethan's anger began to fade, replaced by a deep, aching sadness. He had always thought their life was perfect, but now he saw the cracks that had been hidden beneath the surface. Amanda, if you were unhappy, why didn't you talk to me? Why didn't you tell me how you felt? I tried, Amanda whispered. But you were always so busy, so wrapped up in your work. I didn't want to burden you with my problems. Ethan sank into a chair, his head in his hands. The weight of the betrayal was crushing, but beneath it, he felt a flicker of understanding. He had been so focused on his career, on providing for their future, that he had neglected the present. He had taken Amanda for granted, assuming she was content simply because he was. The days that followed were a blur of emotions. Ethan and Amanda were forced to confront the reality of their relationship, to face the pain and the mistakes they had both made. There were no easy answers, no quick fixes. They attended counseling, seeking to rebuild the trust that had been shattered. Ethan struggled with forgiveness, with the image of Amanda and Daniel that haunted his mind. But slowly, he began to see the woman he had fallen in love with, the woman who had been lost beneath the weight of their perfect life. Amanda, too, faced her own demons, grappling with the choices she had made and the person she had become. Their journey was not without setbacks. There were arguments, moments of doubt, and times when it seemed easier to walk away. But beneath the pain, there was still love, a love that had been buried but not extinguished. They began to communicate in ways they hadn't before, to be honest about their feelings and their needs. Ethan made a conscious effort to be more present, to prioritize their relationship over his work. He realized that success meant nothing if he lost the person who mattered most. Amanda, too, sought to rediscover herself, to find fulfillment in her own passions rather than seeking it from someone else. Months turned into a year, and slowly, they began to heal. Their marriage was not the same as it had been. It was scarred and imperfect, but it was real. They had faced the worst and come through the other side, stronger and more connected than before. Amanda ended her affair with Daniel, realizing that what she had sought in him was a reflection of what she needed to find within herself. Daniel, understanding the depth of her commitment to Ethan, respected her decision and quietly left their lives. The Harpers' home, once a symbol of their perfect facade, became a place of renewal and growth. They opened up to their friends about their struggles, finding support and understanding from those who had once envied them. Their vulnerability brought them closer to the people around them, creating deeper, more meaningful connections. Ethan and Amanda's story was no longer about perfection, but about resilience, love, and the power of forgiveness. They learned that a truly fulfilling life was not without its challenges, but rather defined by how they faced them together. Ethan and Amanda Harper had come a long way since the discovery of Amanda's affair. Their journey towards reconciliation had been arduous, but they had emerged stronger, their bond renewed. Yet, the shadows of their past still lingered, testing their resolve and commitment to each other. It had been 2 years since the fateful night of the confrontation. Their suburban home, once a symbol of perfection, now stood as a testament to their resilience. Ethan had reduced his work hours, dedicating more time to his family. Amanda, having rediscovered her love for art, had turned one of their spare rooms into a studio. She spent hours painting, finding solace in expression through her creativity. One crisp autumn afternoon, Amanda received a letter in the mail. It was from Daniel. She hesitated before opening it, her hands trembling slightly. The envelope felt heavy with the weight of unresolved emotions. Inside, she found a short, heartfelt note. Dear Amanda, I hope this letter finds you well. I wanted to apologize for the pain and confusion my presence brought into your life. You deserve happiness and fulfillment, and I hope you found that with Ethan. I have moved to another city and started anew, but I will always cherish the moments we shared. Wishing you peace and love. Daniel. Amanda felt a mixture of relief and sadness wash over her. She had made peace with her past, but Daniel's words brought closure she hadn't realized she needed. She shared the letter with Ethan that evening, and they discussed it openly, a testament to the trust they had rebuilt. Ethan, I'm glad he wrote this. It feels like a chapter of my life is finally closing, Amanda said, her voice steady but emotional. Ethan nodded, taking her hand in his. I'm proud of how far we've come, Amanda. We've been through so much, but we've come out stronger. I love you." "I love you too, Ethan," Amanda replied, tears in her eyes. "Thank you for giving us a second chance." As the days turned into months, Ethan and Amanda continued to strengthen their relationship. They made a conscious effort to keep the lines of communication open, regularly attending couples counseling to ensure they stayed connected. They also planned regular date nights, rekindling the romance that had once seemed lost. One evening, during a quiet dinner at their favorite restaurant, Ethan took Amanda's hand across the table. "I've been thinking," he began, his eyes twinkling with excitement. "How would you feel about taking a trip together? Just the two of us." Amanda's face lit up with a smile. "That sounds wonderful, Ethan. Where do you want to go?" "Paris," Ethan said without hesitation. "The city of love. I think it's time we made some new memories there." Amanda's heart swelled with joy. "Paris it is. Let's do it." Their trip to Paris was everything they had hoped for and more. They explored the city hand in hand, visited art galleries, and dined at quaint cafes. The beauty and romance of the city rejuvenated their spirits and deepened their connection. One evening, as they stood on a balcony overlooking the Eiffel Tower, Ethan surprised Amanda with a small velvet box. "Amanda, these past few years have been a journey, but through it all, my love for you has only grown stronger. Will you renew our vows with me?" Ethan asked, opening the box to reveal a delicate diamond ring. Tears streamed down Amanda's face as she nodded. "Yes, Ethan. 1,000 times, yes." They returned home with a renewed sense of purpose and a deeper commitment to each other. Their vow renewal ceremony was a small, intimate affair with close friends and family. It was a celebration of their love, resilience, and the new chapter they were beginning together. As the years passed, Ethan and Amanda faced new challenges and joys, but their bond remained unbreakable. They welcomed a baby girl, Emily, into their lives, adding a new dimension of love and happiness to their family. Amanda's art flourished, and she began showcasing her work in local galleries, finding fulfillment and recognition in her passion. Ethan, too, found a balance between his career and family life. He mentored young architects, sharing his knowledge and experience while ensuring he was present for the milestones in his family's life. Their home became a hub of love, creativity, and laughter, filled with the vibrant energy of a family that had faced the depths of pain and emerged stronger. The Harper's story was one of love, betrayal, forgiveness, and healing. It was a reminder that even in the face of the deepest wounds, there is always hope for renewal. They had learned that a perfect life is not one without challenges, but one where those challenges are faced together, with love and understanding. In the quiet moments, Ethan and Amanda often reflected on their journey. They knew that their love was not the same as it had been. It was deeper, more resilient, forged in the fires of their shared experiences. They had found their way back to each other, and in doing so, discovered a love that was stronger and more enduring than they had ever imagined. As they stood together, watching Emily play in their backyard, Ethan wrapped his arm around Amanda's shoulders. "We made it," he whispered, his voice filled with pride and love. Amanda leaned into him, her heart full. "Yes, we did. And I wouldn't trade our journey for anything." Their story was a testament to the power of love and the strength of the human spirit. It was a journey of healing hearts, one that had brought them closer than ever before. And as they looked to the future, they knew that whatever challenges lay ahead, they would face them together, hand in hand, with love as their guide. If you leave a comment, tell us what you think about the story you heard. It's important to us and will help us find and tell stories that you find interesting. Thank you for watching us.